What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Space Engineers Survival 2024. This is episode number 33, and this is a defense episode because last episode we were attacked by Reavers, and they destroyed one of our solar towers. They severely maimed another one of them, and they destroyed our complete base over there. We had to rebuild it at the start of last episode. So that's why in this episode we're going to be working on defenses and overhauling our little defense system over here, making it a lot better, not only at this base, but also at our little solar base over there and at our other bases as well, just in case the Reaver decides to attack those. But last episode I had started by showing you guys a tour of the little bridge thing that I was trying to make over here in the AMG Sandstorm, and I was interrupted by the Reavers, so I didn't get to actually show it off. So let me go down here and I'll continue that little tour. So let's go inside. And I think this is about where I got before the Reaver attacked us. So basically what I have in here so far is a little control room down here. You have stairs that go up to a master control area where you can control and see everything that you want to see. On the other side, you have a mirror image of what was on the on this side over here. And then over in through this door, or actually this isn't a door yet. This is just a hallway. I don't know what I'm gonna do over here, but we have another area where we can do another control room. We can maybe make this an exterior section. I'm not sure what we're gonna do up here, but it's here for us to use. And this is what we have so far for this iteration of the control room. I think I like it a little better than what I had previously. It integrates a little bit better with the AMG Sandstorm, and it's got a lower profile. So I don't know, I think we're gonna stick with that. They destroyed one of our assault cannons. No. Well, I guess we need to rebuild that. That'll be the start of our defense episode. So let's go to our assault cannon turret. We're gonna go ahead and plop one of these down right there. Think it wants to face this way. Well, we're gonna build that up. So let's right click, try and grab as much as we can from here, and we'll go and get that built up. Okay, there we go. There's our assault cannon turret back up and running. I need a couple more steel plates actually before that's complete, but we can get those right there. And so yeah, I think the previous Reaver attack last episode probably left that destroyed, but now that it's back up and running, it should be good. Can I check to see if it has any ammo? Okay, it looks like our assault cannon turret here and our base assault cannon turrets are out of ammo, which means it's time to get some in production. So we're gonna go to our assembler master here, and we're gonna tell it that we want to make some assault cannon turrets. So assault cannon shells, let's go. Can it actually make them? Okay, it can. So let's make what's that gonna require? Iron, nickel. It's gonna require 60 magnesium powder. So let me just see how much magnesium powder we have in our ingot container. Oh, we have about 300 magnesium, so we should be good for what we want to do here. Let's let that go into production, and that's gonna make us all the assault cannon shells we're gonna need for the foreseeable future. I guess while we're here, I'll do a quick check of the Gatling turrets. Let's see if any of these are empty, and it looks like some of our customs are empty. In fact, I think the custom ones here might be S1. What's S1? Oh, solar. So our solar Gatling turret is empty. Looking at our ammo container, we do actually have plenty of ammo in here. And now we have a couple of artillery shells and assault cannon shells also. So I'm gonna need to transfer some of those assault cannon shells over to the AMG Sandstorm so that those ships can actually connect to it. And then I'm gonna want to maybe make a couple more artillery shells and definitely move a couple of Gatling ammo over to the solar tower. So let's start with that so that we are defended for now at least. Starting with our assault cannon shells, we'll go ahead and grab as many as we can carry, which is gonna be 22. I'm just gonna deposit these into this container because they'll suck them up when they need them. So throw them into there, and we should see that starting to go down as they grab them. I'll do another load of them since we have plenty of them on the space here. And I think this artillery thing might also be out of ammo. I'll do a quick check real quick for the artillery. Let's look at our artillery. Yeah, ship artillery turret is completely out, so we're gonna need to bring some of those over to here as well. Can only bring 6 in one go because these are extremely heavy. So it might take, maybe we'll bring 12 over. I don't need to fully stock it up, I just need to give it enough to survive the next battle. Finally, let's grab some Gatling ammo boxes and bring those over to our solar base over here, because it doesn't have very much defense, which hopefully we'll solve today, but it does at least have one custom weapon right here, which can do some good work. So let's come down here where we have the conveyor. Were we manually arming these? I feel like we're manually setting these up, weren't we? So I don't know if I have an easy way to arm these actually. I'm gonna need to build some sort of system right here. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this all the way down here and then put a container right there. I thought I had already done that, but I guess I never got around to it. So let me just throw this ammo on the ground, I guess. I don't know. I'll come back to it. Let's turn on our light here. I think for now we're just going to keep it simple. Bring this all the way back so that we can add a cargo container over here. And then later we'll connect this up at some point when we have extra time to do stuff. So let's keep this going back, and then right here we're gonna throw a cargo container so that we can load that ammo in. Or maybe I'll put the cargo container in here, because this is what would eventually go down there to connect up to the main base. So even if we can't set that all the way up right now, at least partially setting it up would be good. Okay, let's bring this down about 1 block right there, and then we'll have our cargo container right here. Perfect. It's a little bit lower so that, you know, they can't really shoot it very easily, and we can hide our ammo in here. And then this will eventually continue all the way down. So we'll have blocks going down, 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 all the way to the bottom right there, where we'll eventually, if we get around to it one day, connect to the base. So I can at least put those here. And then next time we're here with the barista, we'll try and get all of these welded up if we can. It's going to be a mission trying to get this all connected to the base, but once we have it, we won't have to manually arm our weapons that are over here by the solar facility. There we go, I ran out of steel plates finally. Okay, let's get this little connector built up, then we will arm it, and then this will be able to fire again. And it'll give us a place to store our ammo for the other weapons we're gonna build here later. Which will be good. There we go. All right. Now, what do I do with the rest of this stuff? I've got a bunch of interior plates and stuff on me. I guess I'll put it back. We're gonna grab our ammo and put it in here so that it's nice and ready to fire. Here we go, a little bit of ammo for you. Let's see if they all get sucked up. I think they probably did. Let's check our GAT turret. Let's see, is it these ones right here? Yes, they have all grabbed ammo. Some have grabbed more than others, but this is fine. I'm okay with them all having at least, you know, 3 or 4. Okay, so that should now be up and running again and able to fire if we get attacked again. Perfect. Let me just make sure that none of the stuff here is damaged, and it looks like none of it is. So we're good. Okay, let's start outfitting our defenses of our main base over here. So what I want to do here is kind of replicate what we have over here with these custom turrets right there, with the assault cannon turret that's following me, and also the artillery. I want to replicate that over on this side so that we now have 2 of those instead of just 1. So we're going to do that. That's an independent contractor. Okay, I thought it was a Reaver for a second. We're going to do that. But okay, so we're gonna have another connection thing right here on the other side. So coming from this block right here. So that means kind of right here we'll have a door. So right there will be a door instead of that. This will be a straight block instead of that. This is gonna change how the base looks, but I think it'll be fine. So from the position of this door, we're gonna go out a couple blocks on this side with normal interior walls. So we'll go with the sci-fi, I guess. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is where we'll build our defense thing. And it'll actually match up pretty well with this because we actually centered this around the idea of having this here. So it will match up. And then right here, I'll go ahead and throw one of those because this is where we're gonna have our other door. Just make sure I'm doing it right with what we have on this side. Yep, we'll have another door. So there will be our other door right there. And then for this one, we're just gonna throw a nice door. One of those doors right there. There we go. Okay. So at least for this project, we'll have the barista at our disposal because it's only right there. We can just get it whenever we want it. So let's try and copy what we have here for the most part. So on one of these sides going all the way out here, we're going to have the actual conveyors. And I'm thinking maybe we do that right here. Might not be a bad idea. We could do it. Yeah, actually, that would be probably for the best. So right there, I'll throw a normal conveyor piece. And I'll do the same right here. And then all the way out to that, we'll have these normal conveyor pieces going along right there. Okay, so that's gonna be how we're gonna get our ammo. This is gonna go under this and meet up with that stuff over there. Because I know we have conveyors right here that we can access. Although I don't wanna run into this. This is an automation timer block. Is that actually doing anything, by the way? I think we had timers on this door right here, but maybe we don't need them anymore. Okay, if I do something like that right there, where I bring it down that way, I can then go under this block all the way to the other side. I'll have to go a little sideways here, but I should be able to do it. And then right here, where it comes out, I can meet up with that. So maybe that's what I'll do. I think that might be the easiest way. Okay, there we go. That should be the connection right there. Oh, there's actually something else that I added. I forgot to mention this in the intro, but I added the paint gun mod because painting on some blocks is like a big pain. If I tried to paint this block from this angle, for instance, it would only paint that yellow block right there because I can't, this is technically touching that block. So it makes it really difficult, but with the paint gun, it makes it a little easier. So if I go into production, I think I need to make it first. I don't know exactly where it will be. Oh, there we go. So paint gun right there. Requires silicon, nickel, and iron, which we have all of. So there we go. There's going to be our paint gun. And then I can actually make paint ammo as well, I believe. It's not that, right? Oh, no, that's also here. So we need paint chemicals, which uses gravel. I'll just tell it to make, you know, a bit of that. I don't know. We have a bunch of gravel, right? Hopefully. There's our paint gun. Let me see if it... No, it didn't actually make our paint chemicals. Do we not have gravel? Oh, that makes sense. We don't have gravel because we're not on a planet that has rock. All right, well, if we want to use our paint gun, we have to go to space to grab rock. Good to know. Very good to know. Well, anyways, we do have this paint gun, and if we were able to make the paint chemicals, we would be able to use it. But I guess it's back to what we were doing over here. So we've got this running all the way over to here. Then we're going to do the same sort of setup that we had right here. We're going to copy this. And I wish it were easy to copy things in this. Like I could copy a blueprint of it and then just build it. But alas, it's not so easy. So on the top, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side, and same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And we'll fill in whichever blocks we need to as we go. So this is going to be where our artillery turret's gonna go. Let me make sure I have the right height as well. It's just 1 block off the top. Yeah, I believe so. And actually, it occurs to me this is not centered. Oh, I guess this is centered on the base, but it's not centered on the... Okay, that, I see how we did this. So we actually went out 6 on one side and 4 on the other. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the center block would be right here. Okay, because we're working on this base before actually welding it all up, I think we have a chance to make this one a lot better than the previous one with planning. So I'm actually laying these out before I get anything set up. So that right there is going to be the connection there. We've got the connection right there. So instead of having a convoluted system of conveyors, it's very simple. They just go down and they all connect right there on the bottom floor, which I think is going to be fine. We have a similar system over here, except this, the conveyors that go up here are a little more complicated. And I think we have more stuff. Yeah, so we don't actually go under. Actually, I don't know why we go above and down. That's kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be simpler for this one. In addition to that, I'm actually using heavy armor for most of this instead of light armor, so it's going to be a lot more defensible, presumably. Let me grab all the stuff for that and we'll start welding over here. So we're going to need a lot of steel plates and metal grids. Welder cargo, we already have steel plates. We don't have very many metal grids. I think the problem with metal grids was that we are out of cobalt. And we don't actually have any source of cobalt coming to us, do we? Well, anyway, we should have everything that we need for this stuff up here. Well, that, what did I blow up? Definitely blew up something. Maybe it's just a small hydrogen thing? Oh yeah, something that was down here. Was this an O2H2 generator? I think it might have been. Well, that's what I get for not taking it slow. Can we actually build that up here? Think we can. Perfect. All right, we got our O2H2 generator back up and running. We need to be a lot more careful on that entrance right there. But anyway, let's get this welded up over here. As much of it as we possibly can. How are we doing on materials over here? Still, I mean, we probably need more steel plates. Metal grids are completely gone at this point, so we'll need to go back and grab some more. We'll come back through with some more stuff in a second. There we go, we're out of steel plates too. Let's go do a refill here. As I'm backing in here, I need to remember to be a little more careful so I don't scrape the bottom part of my ship. And there we go. Let's go ahead and connect. So inside our weld cargo, we're gonna wanna put a bunch more of these as well as a bunch more of those also. And I'd love to make more if I could. more metal grids. I just don't know if we have the cobalt. I know I can make more steel plates. I can make steel plates all day, every day. We'll make 15,000 of those. These should be enough metal grids for what we have going. All right, there we go. How are we doing on metal grids? Are we already out of... yeah, we're already out of metal grids. Okay, well, I guess it's just going to be steel plates on these then for now. We really need to find a source of cobalt that's consistent. There we go. That's all welded with steel plates. It at least has a little bit of armor, right? I wonder if we can weld this stuff. I don't know if we have enough with us, but we'll give it a try. Yep, looks like we are able to get most of this. Even all of it? I think we're able to get all of it. So let's come back around on this side and see if we can get the connection leading up to the base over here. We might actually get the full connection. Oh, not quite. We're missing a couple things, but we got most of it. I'll go ahead and park this in this base since we're right here anyway. And we'll do the rest by hand. There we go. Just like old times. All right, so this stuff didn't get fully welded. We'll right click it all. It looks like the motors were what was missing. So let's see if we can grab all those in one fell swoop. There we go. And that should be the connection. All right, so we have this entire area at least welded up other than metal grids. We can start putting the weapons on there. So let's start with our artillery. With an artillery right here. There we go. So artillery for the main weapon. Then we got assault cannons on the sides that act as some smaller arms, but still, you know, heavier than a Gatling gun. So assault cannon right there and assault cannon right there. Okay. All right, let's start on the little wing that we have over here, which is where we have our little custom turret on the other side. So it's gonna go out like that, then 1, 2, back like this, and then I believe it comes over 1 and then back in, if I remember correctly how this looks. So 1 in, and then another 1 in as well. There we go. Let me make sure that that's how it is. I think it's only 2 blocks though on the side. Maybe it's 3. Let's see. It is actually 3. Okay, so I'll do that instead. And there we go. So there's one of the wings. I'll do this with heavy armor as well. And then one of these is actually going to connect all the way back up to that. So, but I'll do the entire thing in steel plates first, and then I'll do the connection there. Okay, there we go. So in terms of steel plates, that's our thing. And now it looks like a giant TIE fighter sort of thing at the base, but that's how we have it going. So we're going to do another set of custom turrets right here. I think I might want to have them probably on that block. So we'll bring a straight one going down from there. I'll do the same thing on this side, having it on this block right there. Okay, that's where we'll do our custom little turret for this. Okay, I've got some more blocks placed, so it's time to get the barista and start welding again. Pretty much everything is in now that we want, except for the front side right here, where we're gonna add after we weld up all this stuff. So let's make sure we have enough stuff for all these conveyors right here, enough stuff for the weapons right there, and if we can get enough stuff for the heavy armor, we will get that too. I just don't know if we're gonna have the cobalt. Let me real quick check my ingot thing. Do I have cobalt? No, I'm completely out of cobalt. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to find a cobalt mine somewhere, and then maybe do a manual mine or set up a PAM mining ship. I don't know if we have any cobalt near here, because that's nickel and platinum. Over there we had silver and gold and magnesium. Well, there's cobalt at the Coffini base. That's the Ka and Coffini. Could potentially be cobalt over by the Pamazon distribution center too, which, by the way, it's not on my hotbar. Let me real quick go to the Pamazon distribution center and make sure it's doing all right. It was over here, right? Yeah. Pamazon distribution. Oh, is it because my O is not on? No, I think everything, it's out of power. The Pamazon distribution center is out of power. No, what happened? Oh, I turned these off. That's probably what happened. There we go. Yeah, I got annoyed by the engine sound and I turned them off last episode. Or a couple episodes ago. That's funny. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Look how much silver is in here right now. Dropped off by the air and transport ship. 627,000. And then 80,000 gold and 78,000 platinum. That's insane. Okay, you're grinding a little bit on that thing, but it's fine. What's in here? Oh my. 185 platinum. 36 of that. Too much silicon to ever even use. Too much nickel to ever even use. No cobalt though. Why not? Guess we could always run one of these PAM ships over to the Calfini base and start mining out some cobalt. But I don't really like mining near the Calfini base. Now the cobalt's over here. So it wouldn't be the worst thing if we mined out some stuff over here. It's kind of away from the Calfini base. The only problem is I feel like we'd ruin the aesthetic of the, like we'd suddenly have a giant strip mine hole right there. Maybe what I'll do is I'll manually grab some cobalt to bring back to the base, let it process that stuff, and then that'll be that. Where's the cobalt? Okay, we had a connection over here that we had brought. Yeah, I'll just bring a manual inventory back to my base. Okay, and I don't know how much actual cobalt that's gonna lead to, but it should let us at least make a couple more of those. Actually, I should check this, shouldn't I? Because this AMG Sandstorm had materials with it. There's a chance it actually has cobalt on board. Let's do a quick check here. Cobalt. Okay, no, it didn't actually have any cobalt on board the ship here. This is just cobalt on the main base. Thought we had brought some stuff with us, but maybe not. Well, anyway, I guess we should load up some stuff here. We'll load up all of the metal grids that we have available to us, and we'll load up as many steel plates as we can as well, and we'll start getting to work. Actually, I wonder what sort of things require cobalt. So thruster components require cobalt. Gravity components. So thruster components and gravity components actually require quite a bit of cobalt. So I want to check here real quick. How much of those do I have? I've got 17 gravity components and 700 thruster components. So I could deconstruct some thruster components. The problem, I guess, is that this isn't set up for deconstructing. So I'd probably need to pull them out and deconstruct them manually in a separate assembler or something. Or I guess I could set a specific assembler for deconstructing. If I run all the way down here to where my connections are, into here and into here, I can set up another assembler right here. I don't think we've done this yet, right? Yeah, I don't think so. So if I put another assembler right here, I could set this up as our deconstructing assembler because it has connection to the chest right there, the container. So let's go over here, go to assembler, pop that down, and we'll make this our deconstructing assembler. So we'll need steel plates. It's okay, I'll just grab everything from here. Plop. Right click that, grab everything needed. And there we go. So this is our deconstructing assembler. We'll make sure we name it as such. So this is going to be our base deconstruct assembler. And when I go to our deconstruct assembler, it's going to be on disassemble, and we're going to disassemble some thrusters. So let's set it to disassemble 100. And it should automatically pull those materials that it puts into the ingots. Yeah, see, it's pulling the cobalt into there directly. So there we go. Okay, so we now have a basic source of cobalt for now until we get a more permanent source. But it'll deconstruct some of our unused thruster components for us so that we can make other stuff with it. So if I look at production, this should be on. Yeah, okay. So this is making normal stuff. I'm curious as well. What uses gravel that I could potentially deconstruct? So reactor components use gravel. So I think reactor components are the only thing that uses gravel that I could potentially get rid of. And if I look at our reactor components, we have 88. So I don't really want to deconstruct. Well, how many do they use actually? 6 gravel. Yeah, I guess I could deconstruct 10 of them. Grab the gravel from that, and that should give us the paint stuff so we can actually use our paint gun. Hey, there we go. It's considered ammo, which makes sense actually. But there we go. There's our paint. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. If I can. Can I grab it from here? Yep, there we go. Luckily, it really takes up like no space at all. So we have that. We have the paint gun. So we'll put that on my hotbar now. Would it be a character weapon? Character tool? Yeah, character tool. So now I should be able to paint the ground. How does this work? Oh. Okay, so can I use P to actually change it? Yeah, okay, so it looks like I can use P to change everything. Or I can use this little brackets to switch between the ones I have selected up here, if I want to do it quickly. Don't know how... Or I can use scroll wheel. Okay. That's actually quite nice. But what that means is that now, where before, if I want to paint this block right here, let's say I have this green color on my hotbar here, and I want to paint that green. If I try to aim at it and click it, it's just going to paint that green right there. But with the paint gun, I can actually paint it green, and it's just whichever one I'm selecting. So it's much easier to actually paint what you want to paint with the paint gun. Although it looks like if I aim at this, it is actually trying to select that. So that might still be a little tricky, unless... Yeah, no. Okay, so it is having trouble aiming at that. But at least for things that are on the ground, it solves that problem. So I'll grab this real quick, paint this back. Okay, anyway, the entire reason I wanted to use this is because inside the Coffini base, when we go all the way up to the penthouse that we built last episode, some of you were saying that it'd be really nice to have wooden floors up here instead of whatever this is. And I said, yes, I agree, but it'd be really hard to actually paint the floors here because we have stuff all over the place, making it tough to actually paint these floors. So now we have the paint gun, which means I can go in here, grab a nice color right there, maybe get a wood paneling for that, you know, like a nice wooden color like that. And then I can run through and paint the floors with that color. So we'll make it like this. Is it gonna actually give us a wood color or does it just sit like that? Oh, I guess I have to select it up here first. So let me select wood. And there we go. I guess that's what wood looks like on this. Oh, okay, so if you only paint it a little bit, it doesn't give you the full color. But yeah, there. Okay, let's paint it a darker color. Let's give it a darker sort of wood color. Let's give this some darkness here. Maybe we'll give it a little more color, like that. Really make this a sort of dark color. Maybe like that. Let's see what that looks like. There we go, that's not bad. Okay, so let's run through and paint the entire place like this. And see what that looks like as our floor. Okay, it looks a little different on the on these blocks over here, but I'm fine with that. This is like the first time, I've used the paint gun mod before just to test it, but this is the first time I've used it in an actual playthrough, and I kind of like it. Okay, so with that, what I think I might do is, here, let's make sure that's the same color. Over here, maybe I'll give a different color. Maybe I'll do like a color like this. Like a darker color, but still using the wood. Give it like a nice little outdoorsy look. Here we go. That's not bad at all. Yeah, this is making this so much easier to paint with using this paint gun mod. And we're giving a lot of color to this area as well. Over here, maybe let's use a, maybe like a, I'll use like a different color here. There we go, that doesn't look that bad. Makes it a little darker in there. I'll use the same color in here, why not? So there we go, we've added a little bit of color to the place. I think probably the ceilings would need something too. Maybe actually, here's what I'll do. Let's Control P, grab that color, and then copy that. I don't know if that looks good. Kind of copies it to the wall. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll change the color up here to a more of a wood. I don't know, I think this is where my interior design skills fail me. I don't really know how to make the roof look any nicer than this, but I'll just run through and make it look at least a little darker around the edges. I don't know, is that better? I think that's at least a little bit better. I'll turn off the flashlight so you can see the ambiance of the area. That's not bad. But anyway, that is the reason for the paint gun. That's why I added it, so we could actually paint all these floors much easier and make it look nice. How does this look, by the way, through here? Oh, that looks cool. And you can actually see the little lobby up there as well. I like it. I think it looks good. I want to do more work on the Coffini base because I had a lot of fun with that, but I really need to get the defenses sorted out in this episode so that if another Reaver attacks us, we don't get completely destroyed like we did last episode. It's actually getting lighter as we go to the base. Makes sense. Okay, let's continue working on this. Now that we have a little bit of cobalt in the system here, we might actually have enough metal grids. Yeah, we actually have 612 cobalt in there. So with that, I can actually make some metal grids. So that's gonna require 200, 600. That'll basically use all of our cobalt. Okay, back at the base, let's get this going a little bit. We'll do a little bit of welding here. We should be able to get all these weapons built up because I just put all the components into the barista. So let's see if we can. There we go. That's one of them. There's one of our assault cannons up and running and ready for combat. Should be grabbing some assault cannon ammo as we speak. Here's gonna be our artillery. There we are. And here's going to be our other assault cannon right here. Let's see if I can get a little bit of this done as well. This block down here. Nice. Let's get some of this wall done. There's a mix of heavy and light blocks over here. So all the light blocks are going to be really easy, but the heavy blocks we might not have enough stuff for. I'll do a quick check. Weld cargo. We still have steel plates, but we don't have any more metal grids. So all these are being built without metal grids if it's heavy armor. All right, that's probably about as much as we can get. And I got to pay attention a little bit to our hydrogen there. We're running out. So let's go ahead and land back at this base. And I'll land back at this one again because it's right in front of us. There we are, we're connected. Now we're not actually gaining any hydrogen. I think probably what's happening is we don't have any more hydrogen on the base. Let's do a quick check of our hydrogen tanks. Oh, that's the base one. Okay, these ones are all on the AMG Sandstorm. So this one small hydrogen tank here doesn't have any stuff because we're out of ice. But we're at least able to get most of this stuff welded up. In fact, right here, I think what I'll do is I'll throw a small cargo container. And of course, I still have that paint. But I'm not complaining. Okay, as it becomes really dark here, we have a lot of our stuff welded. So all these connections down here are done at this point. So the connection on this side also is done. We've got everything. Actually, most of this side's done other than these metal grids. But some of these I think should even have metal grids. Yeah, some do. We've got our stairwell down here, which I've done a little bit differently. You'll notice on the other side, we have the stairwell kind of in the center. Because I had only had this part originally, and then this was an extension. So we did this kind of double stairwell right here where you can come up. But on this side over here, we've got the stairwell off to the side. So you only come up off this side, and then if you want to go all the way up, you just go up one block higher right here. And then you're at the top. So it's a little different, a little bit modified for a new sort of age. But yeah. Okay, so all these weapons should be armed. Let's real quick check them out. I want to see my assault cannon. Assault cannon turrets here. Make sure none of them are empty. Yep, none of them are empty. Let's look at our artillery. Base artillery is looking good. In fact, I should probably name this. Base artillery A1, that's for Alpha 1, I think. This would be B1 for Bravo. All right, looks like everything is armed. And if I look at my ammo container, we do have leftover artillery shells. We do have leftover assault cannon shells. We got plenty of leftover autocannon magazines and plenty of leftover Gatling ammo. So what I think we're gonna do now is we're gonna convert these up here into custom Gatling turrets. Kind of what we did on the other side. Actually, exactly what we did on the other side. I don't know if they're Gatling turrets on the other side, but we're gonna do autocannon because we have a lot of autocannon ammo over here. So right there and right here. Of course, we need to remove that and bring this back to 90 degrees if we can. So we'll go ahead and try to get this to lock up right here. Let's try to attach. I think it did it. Let's remove this and see if it did. Yep, looks like that one attached. So let's do the same thing on the other side. And then we can continue with the setup. All right, let's attach that one right there. And wow, quick and painless. No problem whatsoever. No need to have a ship run in and try and get in position. Just a second rotor for small grid does the trick. Okay, so for this, we're going to use these as custom autocannon turret. So I need to grab a bunch of interior plates for this. There we go. So we'll throw one of these right there. And same thing on this side, because we're basically making the same turret on either side. And we'll throw our autocannons attached to that. All right, little autocannon turrets. And apparently this weapon is made out of wood. Don't ask. Let's get these set up. Oh man, these are gonna be cool. Oh, it's not built up, so they're gonna fall, of course, but it's fine. Let's try and get some of this welded up. All right, there's our hinge. There's our little hinge part. We'll start getting some of these weapons built up. There's our autocannons, aside from some of it. We've got a parallax open tied above us. I thought it was a Reaver for a second, because every time something spawns, it freezes my screen just a little bit, and it's scary. But here we go. There's the camera. I wasn't able to get that one block back there. I wonder if I can sneak in and maybe grab it. Oh yeah, okay, I was able to get it. Nice. All right, let's try and get these. I'll need to sit somewhere here for a second to get my energy back up. but maybe I'll try and get these before I do that. Yep, we're fine. Okay, let's go inside the recaffeinator here for a second while our energy replenishes. All right, there we go. One turret down, one more to go. Let's go get the other one set up. Same thing, just like build it up. All right, there we go. The turrets are set up. I think I'm getting a little faster at this. This didn't actually take that long to set up. Okay, so let's get their custom turret controllers in here as well. I think I'll put them right here and same on the other side. So custom turret controller, plop that down right there. And not small ones, we'll do big ones. Okay, got all the naming done. So let's set this up. We've got our azimuth rotor is going to be custom turret B2 rotor, B1 rotor rather. And there it is. Our elevation rotor is going to be custom turret B1 hinge. Our camera is going to be custom turret B1 camera. Here we go. And I don't remember what our multipliers were. Oh, I need to name our autocannons. There we go. Custom turret B1 autocannons. Let's add all of those and enable AI aiming radius to the max. Idle movement is fine. And other than that, I think we're good. Target locking onto weapons, please. Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna real quick see if this is set up the right way just by controlling it. So yep, this should be fine. Let's bring it back here because remember it fell over from before. So yeah, okay, it looks like this is fine. I'm okay with this, and we'll do a quick test. Yep, it works. Okay, I want to test the other one as well before I say everything is good. All right, there we go. Everything looks fine here too. Weapons work and we are good, other than our energy being a little bit low. But yes, we now have these weapons set up. All we need to do now for the rest of this stuff is just get the stuff welded. But the weapons are all fully functional, which is good. For this, I think I can add, let me get the color back here. I think I can actually add the blocks now. And I think I'm gonna use light armor. Maybe what I'll do actually is do heavy armor on the top. So this one block right here will be heavy armor, because I'd like to protect the important connections back there. And then everything else that we need here will be just normal light armor. No need for anything crazy down here. If they shoot it, they're just gonna end up shooting the ground past this. All right, let's give this a try. See what we can weld up. Can we weld up this door? Yep, looks like we are able to weld up the door. We're gonna try and weld up all this stuff right there. Oh, the door is automatically closing. I was wondering what was happening. Let's try and weld up all this. And we'll bring it all the way over here. So I want to add another set of windows, kind of like what we have on the other side, making this look a little bit nicer. Oh shoot, we're out of hydrogen. I forgot. Okay, well let's land this here before we crash and land. And let's lock that right there. Yeah, we're completely out of hydrogen because we have no ice. Whoops, I forgot about that. Okay, well we're gonna need to, let's get our ice thing sorted then. First, we'll just go ahead and toss about an inventory full of ice into our barista so that while we're working on this stuff, it can go ahead and refill its ice. And then, I don't know if how many of you remember, but we do actually have a little ice setup thing over here. A little ice mining area. So this thing right here, both of these things actually are mining a little bit of ice. So all we need to do is move them over a couple blocks. And then we can continue. So I think we're gonna move them back a little bit. All right, there we go. We've got them moved back one block each. So let's turn on their drills and let's start them descending a little bit. So velocity, let's put that to like something like that. Kind of slow, but enough to get it going. There we go. Okay, so that should start getting us some ice. And pretty soon we should be back to a positive ice flow. This is how we mine out where we'll build a bunker one day. Okay, so now that's done, the barista should have been doing a little bit, yeah, so the barista has been doing a little bit of hydrogen processing. So let's go ahead and reconnect the barista here so it can get recharged. There we go, there's our connection and it should start to get recharged there. So hopefully we get a full recharge and then we can work on this wall. We have a lot of stuff aboard. Okay, there we go, that's gonna be our little tube of glass, I guess. This is fine. I changed this a little bit so that it kind of integrates a little bit better with that little bit. But let's check the barista status here, see if it's, yep, there we go, we're fully charged up. And I don't know if I want to bring a bunch of bulletproof glass. I think we have some bulletproof glass on us. Yeah, we do have some bulletproof glass. I guess I'll grab some more. All right, let's get going. I'm gonna start with this stuff, see if I can see how much of this I can actually weld. I should be able to get a good portion of this, I think, because I did bring like a thousand bulletproof glass. How much did that use right there? Just that little bit. That actually used about half of our bulletproof glass there, so we might not be able to get all of it, but we can at least get most of it. We got most of it, I'd say. Just a couple more of those that we weren't able to get. But these as well, we're not gonna be able to get much of because we don't have any more metal grids. We ran out again. So, but all these steel plate ones we can get at least. I figure, I don't know how the actual math works out for this, but if you have just steel plates into a heavy armor, that's better than nothing, right? All right, wall complete, sort of. I mean, without the heavy armor, but or without the metal grids. But for for the most part, that's looking pretty good. Maybe what I'll do while we're kind of flying right here is I'll throw some steel plates just under this as well to make this look a little nicer. Something like that to bring it all home. There we go. I don't think that looks too bad. A nice little wall kind of facing our base here. It does kind of mean that now there's, there's a little obstacle. You can't just go straight. You kind of have to go straight and up. But I think that's fine. I think maybe that even defends the rest of our base a little bit more, because now there's something to shoot at before the base, so you're not always shooting at the hangars there. So I think that's pretty good. I kind of like this. I like what we've done here. Okay, I'm thinking I should be able to get everything in this go now with what we have on board. So let's get in there. I added some windows, which are these ones down here, these kind of half windows, which I think look good. This is what we used over at the other side as well. So I should be able to finish up all this stuff right here as well. And then just this one right there. Nice. Okay. And then can I get all this stuff also? Perhaps. Potentially. And there we go. All right. Look at this. I think it looks pretty nice. What does it look like inside, I wonder? If I'm going downstairs, let's see. Well, we're missing a floor in there, but this looks pretty good, being able to look out that way. And same over here, being able to look out that way. Nice, I really like it. Looks good. Okay, what do I want to do now? Is there anything else I want to do to the outside? Just looking at it from the front. The rest of the front's looking pretty good. I think I'm fine with this stuff. I've got like a little secret little door in here. Let's paint our guns nice and red too, like we did for the other ones. I think it looks cool. And something about these ones being wooden, I kind of really like, so we're gonna keep those as wooden guns because it looks funny. I'm gonna copy the other side and add some searchlights as well. Let's see if I can weld these up with this. Yep, there's one. And the other one right here. Okay, of course they're facing different directions, but it's fine. They'll turn around and stuff. I think we now have a pretty good setup on either side. We've got both of our weapon things configured. Maybe the only thing that I have left to do is add some lights. So, what kind of lights do we want? Oh, I've got to hurry up with the lights. It's actually becoming daytime, which means I won't be able to test my lights as well as I want to. Let's go around to the front. I added some stuff down here to the bottom, like some window looking things, which I think look cool. Let's see what they look like when they're all welded. There we go. Add some lights there as well. Look at that. That's not bad, right? Looks pretty good for a wall. Okay, let's get all of our lights configured here. All right, and just before the sun comes up, we have our lights now configured, which means we can actually see what's going on. Even if we're far away, we can actually see those lights. Good stuff. All right, as the sun comes up, I declare this area complete. Well, other than, of course, those metal grids, but complete. We have all the weapons done. The interior is done. I added this little bottom area where you can go down here as like a little access hatch if you need to access these, and you can even leave the area or enter from here if you want to as well. In addition to that, there's one on the other side also, which is kind of flooded with ice, so it's not much you can do there. But other than that, the area is complete. Actually, let me get these welded up, then I'll say it's complete. Okay, now it's complete. I did a little bit of painting, so now it actually looks like painted, and the underside of this is like a nice, well, actually I haven't done the full painting. Hang on, I'm missing some stuff. There we go. I really like the paint gun. It makes things way easier to use. But I've painted most of the thing this concrete color, so it's like this nice concrete. The underground area has this wood color, where it's this sort of like kind of a forgotten area, kind of old wood sort of interior. We've got this nice sort of yellowish looking interior thing, and then on top, of course, we got concrete everywhere. So this is what it looks like now with all the paint. I think it was pretty good. Okay, but with that, I think this is where we're gonna end this episode. It's probably gonna be a little bit shorter because we only did this one thing right here, being this kind of weapons area, but that's pretty much all we have time for. So this is our new defense that we've added. I'd say with that, our base is now double defended. I guess we also added, you know, ammo to things and stuff. So yeah, we did a little bit of defense, but of course more stuff needs to be done. We need to defend the other bases and that sort of thing. So maybe next episode we'll work on a little bit more defense. Maybe we'll even try and get some sort of drone looking thing going on, because I have been thinking about doing that. But with that, let me know if you guys enjoyed it. If you'd like to hit the like button, put your comments, your suggestions down below in the comments section, and I will see you all in the next episode of Space Engineers Survival.